Hello and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We are here on our Paladin Yurdi. Let's see. We are 53 at this point in time, and we are on the reason to Royal. I'm guessing Royal. I don't know. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into this and see where the main stories take us. Hopefully there is a trial or dungeon in the next few quests. I have not looked ahead to see what is coming up, so I am not spoiled to what's gonna happen. Alright, let's go ahead and this. The reason to Royal. It looks like Royal. I don't know what that could be otherwise. Probably French. Alright, we're going to get a 110 weapon coffer. Menfilio would like to discuss best to proceed in light of recent developments. And I cannot remember what happened last time. It's been a week. I mean to scour the annuals of the knowledge of Midgardstrom. Given his great age, I dare say he appears in more than a few. Do you hear that? The commotion outside? Would you see if it's aught amiss? Alright, we gotta go outside and see what's going on. Speak with Alphanod. Just changed the battery in my headset. It disconnected from the base station for some reason. Alright, there's Alphanod. Let's see what he's got to say. He's doing his it's like a interesting salute to say the least. Alright, Yurdi, 'tis well that you are on hand. We have a problem. Royal has escaped. It happened shortly after the immortal flames took her into custody. She had been placed in a dungeon cell ahead of her coming trial, but apparently the accommodation was not to her liking. The turnkey was found slain, along with 2 guards. 'Tis plain she received inside help. Citizens report seeing Royal quitting the city via the Gate of Nald with a bloodied spear in her hand. She makes for Castrum Meridium. I am certain of it. With her fate in Izoria as good as sealed, what recourse has she but to flee to her imperial masters? Even as we speak, Captain Ilbrid and the First are hot upon Royal's heels. Pray make haste to Camp Blue Fog and join the hunt. I was gonna say Blue Frog. Alright, so we got a journey to go to Camp Blue Fog. Let's get that going. Come on, go outside. Actually, can we just like skip the zone here and just go straight to it? Paladin, there's Blue Frog and Blue Fog, and we can go there. Perfect. Perfection. Alright, where is our friend we are looking for? There's Captain Ilbrid. I totally don't remember this zone, but we've been here before. My thanks for coming, Scion. I have spoken with soldiers here. They say that Royal walked through the camp not a bell ago. She walked right through. You did not mishear. We have Ruaban's decision to keep the matter a secret. To thank for that. Bad for morale, he said. Jeez. As a result, not a single flame in the garrison made any attempt to detain her. And so here we are. Royal must not be allowed to reach Castrum Meridium. Alright, speak with Ilbrid at the processing plant. Wow, that's like on the other side of the zone. Jeez. Couldn't he have just talked to us here? Alright, what level is this zone? This is a level 49 zone. Must have come through here at some point during the main story. Alright, let's just pop on up in here. Oh, we could have just teleported. That's funny. Okay, he is outside the gate. There he is right here. Oh, we got a dead guy. Duty calls. Commence battle for the reason of Royale. Alright, we're going to sink down to level 50. I think we lose an ability or two when we do that. Can't remember. The wretch was with... Oh. I still have that on from when they were actually talking. I wish these cutscenes where they don't voice the actors would auto not go fast, because it's impossible to read them at the speed that they speak. All right, defeat her and her allies. All right, let's kill this big thing first. All right, let's kind of get right here so we can area of effect this crap. Oh, for some reason I lost my taunting spell. We're getting some combat right into earlier part of this. Alright, 1 down, 2 down. Alright, we're gonna ignore her. Try to just kill these archers. Yeah, I think Mr. Ilbert over there can handle those. Let's get this thing off him though. Oh, they just keep coming. That's a cleave. God. Can I target him? Oh. This guy has to die. Ooh. Captain is taking some damage. Let's kill this guy. Alright, let's bring them over here, stack them up. Oh god, another group of them. I'm just gonna burn her down. Since there's even more now. Really? That is cheesy, to say the least. She should be dead, but she's scripted, I suppose. kill it all. There we go. Oh, the Yurgi showed up to help us out. Gasp, pant. Bind her and do it tight. Yes, sir. Good work, men. Oh man, their salute is just hilarious. She and her imperial cronies pushed us close, but we were better. Behold, a respected officer of the Immortal Flames. People looked upon you as one of the Order's founding members, one of its pillars. It saddens me to see you fallen so low. Snort. What would you do? What would you know of low, you spoiled little lordling who has never known any want? ... People such as you take wealth and birth for granted. You think it's your God's given right to rule over others? You know not of our plight, the injustice that we low-born Ishgardians must endure. To the noble lords and ladies, we are not people, but resources to be consumed. I did what I had to do to survive, stealing, killing, even whoring myself. It is no fault of mine if fools imagined me a paragon when I joined the flames. Whoring. To hear you tell it, one would think you're the only person to have ever suffered. In case you have forgotten, Ruban himself was born into poverty, as was I. We lived hand to mouth with little more than the shirts on our backs. Hunger was our constant companion. Yet, never did we bemoan our lot in life, nor did we begrudge others their fortunes. We accepted the hand that we had been dealt and played it to the best of our ability. Life was a battle, but no matter what fate threw at us, we took it on the chin and came back for more. Everything we have, we fought for. How are we any different then? 'Tis true that we were both mercenaries of lowly birth, and 'tis true that we both had our fair share of struggles, but whereas I sold my sword, you, Marshal, sold your comrades. If life has taught me one thing, it is that you never betray your own. I would sooner cut off my own arm than raise a hand against a friend. But enough talk. You will return to Uldal and face justice, and the people whose trust you have dragged through the gutter. Only sending 4 dudes to guard her? I think that's a mistake. Alright. Oh, there's one thing right there. Okay, let's see what Mr. Alphanot has to say. Not so much as a hint of remorse. 'Tis well that it is sword business is finally at an end. A friend's betrayal cuts deeper than steel. We must hope that we have chosen our own allies more wisely than Ruban has chosen his. All right, we have completed the reason royale, I guess. We got some experience and a weapon.
I have heard. Truly bothersome business. No, I do not foresee a problem on that front. The main concern is Ruban. There is no telling what the brute might do. Have the blades watch him in the flames day and night. You may leave the Sultana to me. I shall personally attend her grace. Sever one of the East Aldenard trade routes. That ought to keep Lolorito occupied for a while. Nanamo ulnamo. For my sake, pray be a good little sultana to the last.
Alright, that was a creepy cutscene. Alright, so we picked up a weapon coffer. Let's, that's a level 91. There's a level 110. What do we got now? Where is the item level? 130. Okay, that's not even worth opening right now. Alright, let's see what we got, Mr. Alphanod. Let us cling together. Alphanod would ask another favor of you. Of course. Got a coin for this one. Captain Ilbert and I have a few questions for the Flame Marshal regarding the circumstances of her miraculous escape. When we have completed our interrogation, we shall take our findings directly to General Raban. And that shall be the end of it. Your work here is done, my friend. Many thanks. But I have one last task for you. Return to the Rising Stones and apprise Minfilio of what has happened. I am aware that the antecedent and real, I don't know, are held real in high regard. For better or worse, she will want to know how this tale ends. Alright, quest accepted. Let's head back to Mordana and to the Rising Stone. Let's see here. And last night, after the stream, I started messing around with Kiss Assist on my emulator server, and I got it working. So maybe if I can get it's a little bit more tedious to make characters because the new version of MacroQuest doesn't let you just type out the names and then it auto logs them in. You gotta like have a name already made up. So maybe I'll get a group of 6 together. And I will, I think I'll do that on Saturday. I'm gonna do a tank, a shaman or a cleric, a beast lord, and some either berserker or monks, I don't know yet, or rogues. Alright. What do you got for us, Minfilia?
Welcome back, my friend. I have already received word from Alphino.
Alphino. Alphanod, Alphino.
To think that
It's
Flame
French.
Marshal Huayu was the Garlean agent. I know not what to say. Together with Robon, Eileen lent us much needed aid at the time of our order's founding. She was particularly passionate about the need to tackle the primal threat. When we discussed the subject, her eyes fairly shone with determination. Whatever else she may have been, I choose to believe that it was her true self with whom I spoke then. But now is not the time to dwell on such matters. I have an important announcement to make regarding our effort to defeat the Asians. We shall begin as soon as everyone is assembled.
Good news. Oh, it's that weird looking lady.
My thanks for coming, friends. Moonbreeder, the floor is yours.
By now, I'm sure you're all familiar with white auricite, the miraculous material that'll allow us to capture Asian souls. Back at Snowcloak, we verified its ability to absorb vast amounts of ether. Alas, it leaves something to be desired in the area of stability. The stone can only store ether for a short while before expelling its contents.
In addition to Orosite's inherent limitations, we must needs be wary of our enemy's strength. Our foe draweth upon an infinite wellspring of power. Even should we succeed in entrapping him, the stone will not long contain his wrath.
Meaning that, if we want to kill the swine, we'll have to be quick about it.
'Tis our belief that an Ascian soul may be permanently undone, if smitten by a sufficiently concentrated burst of pure ether.
The only trouble is, we can't say for sure how concentrated the burst needs to be. Without knowing how much ether an Ascian soul is composed of, we're basically guessing.
Our sole clue lieth in thy struggle with La Habrea.
During that encounter, Heidelin bid you forge what she called a Blade of Light, a weapon which took the form of a luminous stream of energy. Based on your description, we believe the blade with which you vanquished your foe was composed of ether. Admittedly, your victory proved ephemeral, as La Habrea was able to use a crystal of darkness to flee into the space that lies between our world and the void. The fact remains, however, that Heidelin placed the means to destroy the Ascians in your hands. Be that as it may, it would be unwise to assume that she will do the same when we next encounter such a foe.
Quite so, my lady. We must needs find the means to forge our own blade of ether, one to equal that which Heidelin did benevolently bestow upon her champion.
That is all well and good, but it seems to me that producing such a blade will require a prodigious quantity of ether. Whence will it come, pray tell?
Oh, what if we had two pieces of white orosite? One to trap the Ascian, and the other to store the ether for the blade.
Oh, nice try. But it's as I said, the stone won't hold ether for any length of time. We'd still need to collect the stuff there and then, sorry to say.
And therein lies the rub. Finding a way to create the blade whenever and wherever we choose.
'Twould seem more research is in order.
I'm going to linger a while, perform a few more tests on the Orosite. And I could do with some help. Urianger, why don't you lend me a hand?
Mine apologies, but I am required at the Waking Sands. Lady Minfilia hath given me sole charge of the premises. 'Twould be unseemly to leave them unattended.
Sole charge, you say? So you're basically alone there, then? Well, that settles it. I'll just have to come to you.
Stage 2 clinger. That's hilarious.
While you were afield, word arrived from the Sharlayan motherland. You will recall that a survey party was dispatched to investigate the incident at the Isle of Val. What they discovered was troubling, to say the least. According to the report, the Isle has been erased from existence. 'Twas as if a hole had been torn in the very fabric of reality.
Aye, yet the mystery endeth not with the Isle's disappearance. It hath come to light that a number of scholars in various other locales were reported missing at a similar juncture.
What's more, they all had something in common with the head of the students of Baldessian. Every last one of them was researching a phenomenon called dimensional compression, or the rejoining as the ancient texts call it. I'll be damned if that's a coincidence.
All indications suggest Ascian involvement, but I sense that a force greater still is at work. The entity the Dark Beings call the One True God. We must pray that my dear friend Kryl regains consciousness soon. If she bore witness to the Isle of Val's final moments, she may be able to shed some light on this mystery.
All right, that completes Let Us Cling Together. And we get a bonus cutscene.
Following the calamity, the forces of the 14th Imperial Legion entrenched themselves in strategic locations across Eorzea. So swiftly did they accomplish this, it was suspected that they had received help. To think that it came from Huayu, my right hand.
There is more. We have reason to believe that Huayu didn't deal exclusively with the 14th. She also answered to a higher authority in Garlemald. But this higher authority could not have been the Emperor. By consenting to the media project, Solus Zos Galvus showed himself to be more concerned about preventing the spread of primal influence than claiming Eorzea for the Empire. He would happily have seen the lot reduced to ash. We believe a number of high-ranking figures within the royal household were against the decision, but that they knew better than to oppose the Emperor openly. Of course, this didn't prevent them from making clandestine provisions, in which Huayu played a part.
Alas, these provisions did not prevent Dalamud from falling, and the ensuing chaos changed the face of the realm forever. Yet Eorzea survived. To all intents and purposes, the Meteor Project had failed, and the Empire was left to rue its lack of a decisive means to eliminate the primals. Until, that is, it stumbled upon the Ultima weapon.
Even before the accursed thing was dug up, it seemed to me the 14th had the might to overwhelm our weakened armies. Yet they chose to hide behind their walls. Why?
The Black Wolf was wary of making the denizens of Eorzea desperate, lest more primals emerge to bleed the land. The discovery of the Ultima weapon, however, emboldened him to resume his war of conquest in earnest.
But there was one in Garlemald who believed that Van Belsar's actions were premature. One who stood higher in the Imperial Army's chain of command. He ordered the Legatus to halt his advance, only to find that the Black Wolf had slipped its leash, and that the 14th now acted alone. In a bid to bring Van Belsar to heel, he used the agent he had planted in Ul'dah prior to the calamity to undermine the Legion's efforts.
A man who outranks Van Belsar, yet opposed the late Emperor's decision to annihilate Eorzea. This could only be the former High Legatus of the Garlean army, now known as Emperor Varus Zos Galvus. So he was Huayu's true master.
But one of several in actual fact. We've learned that even as Huayu served the Empire's interests, she sold Imperial secrets to a certain faction in Eorzea. In so doing, she helped to maintain the status quo, thus prolonging the conflict. Considering who stands to profit from war, it isn't hard to imagine who her other masters were.
Seven hells! You mean to say that she was a double agent?
Huh, triple, if you consider her services to Van Belsar and the new Emperor as separate.
As neatly as these pieces seem to fit, one aspect of the puzzle remains unclear to me. By whose will was the Marshal feeding intelligence to the heretics? And try as I might, I fail to see how aiding their cause would profit either her Imperial or monetarist masters. Could it be that another hand is at work here? If so, Huayu must be made to reveal whose it is.
Not only have I lost a trusted friend, Now I must interrogate her as a stranger.
Not a pleasant task, I grant you, but a necessary one. Unless we weed out the ivy, root, stalk, and stem, it will simply grow back.
I know that full well. Those closest to Huayu have already been detained, and I will question them alongside her.
General, pray keep in mind that there may be unwitting abettors among them.
All will be treated fairly. On that you have my word. Those who are innocent have no cause to fear.
You have ever been a friend of truth, General. I hope the unpleasant task of weeding out falsehood will not detain you too long. Though it be for the sake of Eorzea, doubting one's comrades is poison to the soul. And with that, I take my leave.
All these years, I've been made to dance to their tune. How could you, Huayu? How could you side with them? Those cankers who take from this land and give naught in return, who use their power to disempower and grow fat while the people starve. I know you can hear me, monitorous scum! Your crimes will not go unpunished! One day I will purge this land of your sickness! Before the eyes of the 12, I swear it!
Jeez. What the hell is this?
I shall have no further need of you this day. Your Grace. I fear that not even mine own chambers shall remain private for long.
Has the situation grown so grim?
Ever since you proposed the Cardinal Reclamation Bill, Teleji Adeleji has risen to greater prominence upon the backs of impoverished refugees. The monetarists were ever united in their pursuit of profit, but the man's actions have torn a rift in their ranks. They snap at each other as rabid dogs. Yet now is not the time to be bickering among ourselves.
If this bickering is a threat to law and order, might you not have grounds to dissolve the Syndicate?
Would that the solution were so simple, Admiral. Alas, my moving to dissolve the Syndicate is certain to spark outrage among the influential merchant class, whom the Cabal represents. This would serve to exacerbate the current unrest, and peace would slip still further away. Be they rich or poor, natives or refugees, all who reside in Ul'dah have a right to pursue happiness. It is the duty of a ruler to protect this right. If I am to perform my duty, I must needs tread warily. It would not do to make enemies heedlessly. Were Lord Lolorito here, he would doubtless say that I have my head in the clouds.
A ruler is required to take a wide view. Try as we might to cater to all needs, some will inevitably be overlooked. As such, there shall ever be citizens who feel aggrieved. It cannot be helped. But as you have informed us, the monetarists take no view but their own. They hunger for power while the masses starve. In the absence of a common cause, it seems beyond any one individual to make Ul'dah whole.
And the presence of a Garlean agent within the Immortal Flames only makes matters worse. Even accounting for Uldar's historic reliance upon mercenaries, such a grievous breach of security is unprecedented. I fear this business will provide the Monitorists with a rod to beat Rauban.
Eorzea can ill afford for the immortal flames to be dampened now. Ere long, the Garleans will turn their ravenous gaze toward our lands once more. If we are to resist their might, our nations must stand together. Yet for this to happen, our nations must be whole. Cannot be done to improve the situation in Ul'dah.
The true wealth of Ul'dah lies in the health, happiness, and hopes of her citizens. Alas, the citizens shall never know these things, so long as their lives are ruled by the ambitions of the few. The Monitorists claim to represent the best interests of the people, but in sooth they desire only to manipulate them for their own selfish ends. For the government to serve the people, it must be formed of the people. For Ul'dah to move forward, it is not only the Syndicate that must be dissolved.
Nay, you jest.
My friends, it was for no other reason than to make known to you mine intent that I requested your presence here. When I make my declaration to the people, chaos shall inevitably ensue. As the last monarch in the line of Ul, I make unto you this request. Help Rauban to preserve order and protect the people. Forsake them, and you forsake yourselves. For a strong Eorzea will ever have need of a strong Ul'dah.
Oh wow, sounds like she's
Your
gonna...
Grace, are you certain of this?
There is no other way. When the time is ripe, the nation shall become a true republic. Both royalists and monitorists shall cease to be. Ul'dah will no longer belong to kings or queens or merchant princes, but to her people. Rauban, forgive me for casting aside all that you have toiled for in my name. Beyond this gesture, I am powerless to help my subjects.
That's pretty crazy. Giving up her throne. Probably would have been easier for her to just let Rauban kill those little gnomes. Alright, let's see here. Good intentions. Menphilia is considering which of her many responsibilities demands her utmost attention. I am most eager to address... son of a gun. Alright, well, I hate how it does that. We both know full well that Saint Shiva will not be the last primal we face, and our relationship with Ishgard is still tenuous at best. To think that this resolution of the primal threat was once the sole priority of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, some days I wonder if it was wise for us to take on so many other responsibilities. Least you forget, anti-sentient, the Scions need not shoulder the burden alone. Were not the Crystal Braves established for this very reason? True, we are presented with a multitude of problems. However, we all have all the resources we need to address them in turn. Purdy in particular is ever steady hand, who I trust will continue to support the Braves. To what do we owe this pleasure? Have there been further developments regarding the situation in Ul'dah? As expected, the Immortal Flames have been struggling to cope with the revelation that one of their highest-ranking officers was a Garlean agent. Suffice to say, and his Montarists ilk have wasted no time in attempting to turn the situation to their advantage. Coupled with the ongoing unrest, the Flames are finding themselves hard-pressed. Plainly, General Bond needs our help, and I will direct the Crystal Braves to offer what support they can. If I am to stay abreast of the latest developments and issue effective orders, however, I cannot afford to waste time traveling back and forth. And so, for the foreseeable future, I think it would be best if I were to remain in Ul'dah, unless you have an objection. None whatsoever. We have matters here well in hand. Moonbrighta's research is proceeding as planned. So she tells me, though I am not familiar with the details. Urengar is poring over his tomes at the Waking Sand, and the others are contributing in their own ways. Alas, the key problem now, how to form an ethereal blade at will, remains unsolved. Nevertheless, it is only a matter of time. Yuri, while we focus on the task, mayhap you can assist Alphanod and his Alphano and his Braves with theirs. It would do so much to restore faith in the Immortal Flames if the Warrior of Light was seen working on their behalf. Never forget that your esteemed status allows you to act in ways that those more tightly bound to organizations and nations cannot. As ever, I implore you to do so. Alright, can I go kill the little gnome guy that's causing all the problems? Not that your response was ever in doubt, but I humbly thank you once more for aiding our cause. Now then, there are preparations I must attend to before my departure, such as Royal's latest report. He has proven to be quite skilled at gathering information others wish kept secret, hence why I placed him under my direct command and ordered him to investigate Uldalian riots. When you're finished here, join me outside. Depending on what he has to say, I may soon have a favor to ask. If there's any developments on our front, I shall inform you at once in the usual fashion. And I have no idea how they were getting Yu, or whatever her name was, out of Royal. I don't know what pronunciation that is. I don't know French, so I apologize for mispronouncing that for the entire time. All right, let's see what this guy's got to say. Riol? Looks like Riol. Pleasure as always, Yurdi. You'll be escorting the commander to Ul'dah, I take it. Actually, I had another task in mind. If you would be so kind to repeat your report for her benefit right then. Me and Minvi been making inquiries into this source of weapons that we found in ways into the refugees' hands a ways back. So happens we caught wind of something promising. A large purchase of sharp and pointy things by a black marketeer holed up near High Bridge. I doubt this man would have secured such a quantity of weapons if he did not already have clients waiting. Clients that, for whatever reason, would prefer this transaction remain a secret. Brings to mind that the merchant what caught an arrow while talking to you, Yurdi. Don't it? Generous fellow he was, doling out swords and spears to the downtrodden and disgruntled. Which wasn't to say that these clients have the same mischief in mind, but if you want to be sure, it might be prudent to intervene before they collect their goods, savvy. Seizing the weapons before they fall into the wrong hands would be for the best. However, if we strike at the appropriate hour, we might capture the black marketeer as well as his clients. What do you say? Then it is settled. Rendezvous with Captain Ilbert at Highbridge and intervene when the exchange takes place. Now, then, if you would excuse me, I must leave for Ul'dah. I expect good tidings. Alright, get to go intervene. Do some business. Where is Highbridge? Map. Paladin. There it is. We've never been there. How? I don't even know how to get there. Alright, so there's Highbridge. Camp Drybone. Oh, okay, never mind. That's a desert. Or, I mean, that's the... Alright, we can get there. I've been there. I don't know why I was thinking that was something else. That's, it's a low-level zone from way long time ago. Alright, let's get on our trusty griffin and just fly right over here to Highbridge. Yeah, this is level 16. This was like... It's like video 2. Maybe video 3, I don't know. It's been a while since we've been to this part of the world. There we go, Captain Ilbert. Aye, my scouts have been keeping a close eye on the black market here, and it would seem that his guests have arrived. It would also seem that he has hired more than a few men to stand guard, common thugs of no consequence, but they nevertheless pose a threat. Even so, I feel compelled to apologize. This is far beneath your standing, and Commander Lavier needn't have dispatched you hither. What powerful men have the need of loyal, able-bodied friends. Having found one in you, 'tis only natural that he would come to rely on you without hesitation. Alright, we completed good intentions. Alright, we got a little money for that. Bait and switch. Ilbert is eager to bring the black marketeer and his friends to justice. Now then, we should make for the burning wall without delay and secure those weapons. The first unit will ensure that the clients do not escape with me, Yurdi. Alright, he's just gonna vanish. Where are we headed? Where are we headed? Oh, he's way over there. Jeez. Alright, I remember this. We had to come here for the Paladin questline, I believe. Oh, I can't fly any higher, but I am. There's the wall. There's the top of the world. Oh, and you can't land up here. That's unfortunate. Alright, where is he? He's right here. Golden fleece. This sheep? They're like sheep-looking monsters. Alright, where is this guy? There he is, right here. I was thinking like Jason in the Golden Fleece from the Odyssey. I spy the man, but there's sure to be others. I have a plan. While you approach the sentry and create a distraction, my men will slip past and catch the black marketeer unawares. Alright. Once you've disposed of the thugs, wait for us outside the tunnel. Any questions? Then let us be off. Good luck, my friend. Right, going right down here. Is it down there or up here? That's right here. Hired thug. Alright. Hey, buddy. Who goes there? An adventurer? Damned fool, you should never come here. Adios. Muchacho. Oh, the other mobs are level 40, so that's... Get these guys down. Get my little pet out. Oh, he's healing. Son of a gun is healing. I even made the health bars bigger so I can see when they cast spells, but son of a gun. Alt tab, you're not my friend today. Jeez, another one? I guess they're only level 50, so... Alright. Wait for him outside the tunnel entrance. Good question. Where is said tunnel? Alright. So we were up there. We came down here. I don't see any tunnels over there. That's a fate. Oh, there it is right here. She's literally waiting. I don't understand. What is this all about? Gah. Investigate the disturbance. All right. A little dungeon down here. Okay, what do you got for us, Ilberd? As you can see, this is a fine mess. When I tried to restrain him, he drew a hidden blade and lashed out, but before I could disarm him, one of my subordinates panicked, and this is the result. How foolish of me to underestimate the bastard and bring in an inexperienced recruit. Commander will be disappointed. Damn it all, a golden opportunity wasted. As for the clients, though we know not how they slipped past our perimeter at the present, the first is currently tracking a party of dust white sellswords we suspect may be them. Would that be that we have enlisted the aid of the Immortal Flames or the Brass Blades, but here we are in aid of them. They're in no position to aid us. Well, at the very least, we have secured the weapons, yet accomplishment is lacking, as information received indicated a massive shipment, and this is anything but. Alright, completed a bait and switch. You got like a chest of weapons, kind of disappointing. Alright, what do you got for us, Ilberd? Best laid schemes, Ilberd, would like nothing more than have this incident forgotten. I will join the first in their hunt for the sellswords. If the gods are good, we will catch them before they escape into the Black Shroud. In the meantime, I ask that you deliver these weapons to Ul'dah in my stead. Entrust them to the Thirds why. I don't even know how to say uhas. Uyuhas. He will take care of the rest. Alright, a single crate. We can manage that. Oh wait, let's just fast travel to Ul'dah. Alright. Where is this dude? He is in... He's in the royal area, right? Golden Court. I'm gonna go with the royal area, I think. Aethernet. Chamber of Rule. No, he's on merchant ship, which is Sapphire Avenue, maybe? It's closer. Not exactly that close, though. There he is. Ah, the Warrior of Light, ever a reliable friend to the Crystal Braves. You have my deepest thanks for your assistance in Gothos. Now, what brings you to us this day? Here you go, take this giant crate of weapons. A gift of weapons from a certain black marketeer, courtesy of Captain Ilbert, you say? Understood. Once we've cataloged the contents, I'll have them delivered to the Hall of Flames. This cannot be anything, can it? Raoul stated with confidence that there would be a far greater quantity of weapons. Blatant falsehood. Clearly, Raoul is familiar with the ways of Uldanian merchants who ever strive to present themselves as greater than they are. We should be thankful that his information was not completely erroneous. I can't say that word. And that we managed to achieve anything of worth at all. It is still worth us celebrating, isn't it, Lieutenant? Besides, we got more important things to worry about, like fighting those Garleans up north. There'll be no fighting if I have anything to say about it. Our orders are to stand watch and not seek glory in battle. If you have no need of us, further need of us, then I shall take my unit to the Curlium processing plant. Time for the fort to earn their keep. Eh? Fight well, Aliana, for the freedom of all. I mean, I couldn't do that with a straight face. Alright, oh, they took the chest. Excellent work, as always, my friend. Rest assured that the immortal flames will hear of your contribution until we meet again. Oh, I didn't do the... My character didn't do the salute back. That's hilarious. A word, if it please. Not here. Look for me at the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. No need for whistling this time, don't you worry. Alright. So the Sapphire Exchange was over this way. Yeah, this way. All these merchants out here just peddling their wares. Alright, what do you got for us, buddy? Thanks for indulging me request. A few places better than a market for privacy, I find. All the hustle and bustle of the commerce means that most conversations go unnoticed. I'll get to the point. At the burning wall, when you were and the captain were interrupted the exchange, what happened? Tell me everything. Leave no detail out. That's not quite how the first told it. Those dust whites were chasing, at least latest words, we lost the trail. But you never saw them yourself, not before the fighting started, not after. Something ain't right. I don't know what it is, but I can feel it in me bones. I'm not daft enough to be misled by some merchant's drunken boasts. Our information was reliable, gods damn it. I know he purchased those weapons. As if I've never deciphered the moneylender's books or had followed a transaction back to its source. Did plenty of that back when the Braves were getting started. Believe me, the commander wanted assurances that we're taking Gil from the wrong sort of benefactors. Of course, these days the money's like flowing water. The first and third get the shiniest new toys. Forgive me, friend. I have a lot on my mind these days, and I appreciate you lending the ear. Right then, best get back to it. Interesting. Is the Captain Ilberd a bad guy? Can you hear me? This is Tataru. Your presence is urgently requested at the Rising Stone. Please come see me as soon as you're able. And it's like, summon me everywhere. Alright, let's do a quick travel to the Rising Stone. So we got some side plot going on where seems to be some kind of insider still, and I'm betting that captain's a little dirty. I'm betting the captain is dirty. Probably wrong though. It's probably somebody else. Come on. Clicky click. Ah, there's a little gnome. Thank you for coming so quickly. We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you, a most undetermined lady by all indications. Alright. Completed best laid schemes. So what is the next one we have? The Rising Chorus. Tataru seems eager to escort you to the Solar. Our guest is with the Indescendant in the Solar at present. Let's not keep them waiting any longer. Quest accepted. The Rising Chorus. Oh, it's that lady from the quest a few quests ago.
We have a guest from Ishgard who wishes to speak with you. I believe the two of you have met.
We have. I had hoped to speak with Commander Leveilleur as well, but I cannot afford to wait any longer. The Lord Commander sent me hither to request your aid in a matter of grave import.
You see now why I had Tataru summon you.
Tataru.
Now that we're all assembled, perhaps you would be good enough to elaborate on the nature of the matter which brought you to us.
The Observatorium's astrologians have sounded the alarm. Last night, the Dragonstar burned with an intensity not seen in 15 summers. Not since the Dravanians engaged the Empire in the Battle of Silvertear Skies.
The northern sky doth burn full bright upon the Wormlord's call. The red behemoth beckoneth, and flame consumeth all.
The old Curthan rhyme, aye. The brightening of the dragon star is said to accompany the roar of a great worm. The astrologians believe that it was Midgard Soma himself who cried out on this occasion.
After an absence of centuries, the King of Kings did return to lead his kind against the might of Garlemald, only to fall in his duel with the Agrius, proud flagship of the Garlean fleet. Devoid of life, his corpse remaineth entwined about the Magitech monstrosity even unto this day.
Urianger has the right of it. Whatever this alteration in the Dragon Star portends, the Great Worm has shown no sign of life. Tataru, have the Domans reported aught out of the ordinary?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Midgard Soma had roared, wouldn't we have heard it here in Revenant's Toll?
Roar is but a figure of speech. Dravanians can communicate in ways beyond our ken. It is for this very reason that we are forced to look for signs in the heavens. We cannot say with any confidence that a great worm roared at all, much less that it was Midgard Soma. Only by directly examining the Keeper of the Lake can we be certain. However, it will take too long to gain the Holy See's approval to dispatch the Temple Knights. Therefore, Sir Emric would entrust this task to you. Do you accept? We knew you would not disappoint us. Now, if you would excuse me, I must return and assist the Lord Commander. We have precious little time to prepare.
To prepare for what, pray tell?
When a great worm roars, his brethren cannot choose but answer. We prepare for battle.
Interesting. Very interesting. Now we got I don't know how many different plots are going on now. As Urianger stated, what we now call Keeper of the Lake is a wreckage of the Argius, former flagship of the Imperial fleet, and the corpse of the worm responsible for its destruction 15 years ago. As the next step in his campaign to subjugate Eorzea, Gallus von Belzar attempted to seize control of Mordana. So massive was his force that all through his victory was a foregone conclusion. All thought of his victory was a foregone conclusion. But an unlikely ally came to the aid of Eorzea. Midgard Soma, a legendary guardian of the Silver Tear Falls, burst forth from beneath the waters of the lake and led a host of dragons against the Garlean airships overhead. And what would be later become known as the Battle of Silver Tear Skies, the Great Worm fell countless airships before engaging the Argus. In the ensuing struggle, the flagship's Crillium engines failed and it tumbled into the lake below. Yet this victory came at a great cost, for the explosion which followed claimed the life of the Great Worm as well. The same explosion transformed Silver Tear Falls into the desolate wasteland it is today, draining the lake of its water and crystallizing the ether for malms around. Yet remnants of the lake remain, and it is a center of constant reminder of that fateful day long ago. In accordance with Sir Sir Almric's wishes, our Doman allies have been standing watch over the Keeper of the Lake. It would be wise to speak with them before investigating the wreckage yourself. Be careful, my friend. We know not what dangers await within. Now let us not neglect our own tasks. There's much to be done and precious little time to do it. All right. Speak with the dolmen. Actually, where are they at? Can I fast travel to them? Here, right outside, so I don't think it'd be any faster. All right. Just holding down shift with sprint. There's no stamina in this game, though. All right. And I think we can go down this way. All right, so here we can see the ship broken apart. Where, and I think there was a video we watched a few episodes ago that was posted of this fight from, I guess, the original game. Yeah, we're going the right way. Oh, this guy looks cool. Gigasu. Alright, can I? I'm gonna get a screenshot of this guy. He looks cool. That's a horrible screenshot. Alright. Is this the guy? That's a guy, it's not the guy. Where's this guy? Oh, here's the dolmen. Dolmen watch. You're in luck, miss. I was about to send word to Reverend Stoll about the Garleans. Of late, I've seen small airships, likely from Castrum Centri, come and go from the Keeper of the Lake. Though I cannot say for certain at this distance, I believe they may be salvaging some of the wreckage. Castrum supply lanes have been cut for some time. I wager they're desperate in need of spare parts and other equipment. Ah, so it is true then. The Asgardians honestly fear that the war might rise again. Well, from here it seems unlikely, but if it is assurances they want, you have no choice but to inspect the corpse in its entirety. Easier said than done, given the creatures which inhabit the wreckage and the aforementioned Garleans, who won't take kindly to your presence. They sure to set fire upon an airship, so I'd advise more stealthy approach. Take this boat and a few of your comrades to the base of the Urgus, and then climb to the top. That is the only viable approach, I'd say. Looks like we're getting a dungeon. Yep, we got a dungeon. Alright, something fun. An hour and 15 minutes of story. Alright, use the duty finder. Let's pull this up. Let's get Keeper of the Lake. This is a... Words for this can be traded with intertwined... I don't know what that means. Irregular historics and 100 poetics. Alright, let's try this. Shouldn't be too difficult, I'd say. I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting into. Crystal Tower, that's a raid. Alright, let's go ahead and start flying back over here. Yeah, so This is there's a lot of different threads going on, and then this one just popped up. So, yeah. Thinking this will be a quick one. Yeah, I think Saturday I'm gonna do EQ emulator with Kiss Assist. I got the chat with his name plugin for the Shadow Knight working. I'm gonna see if I can get the other ones working. Otherwise, it's pointless to use it if they can't use those. But there were some bugs that I had encountered initially, like the spell, the buffs aren't being. Wow, that guy looks awesome. The buffs aren't being encountered correctly. Like, it enumerates them wrong or something. I don't know what the exact issue is. I posted on the Red Guide's website to try and see if there was any kind of I don't know, fix, but doesn't seem like the emulated servers are supported very well, so I'm gonna suspect that it's not gonna work 100%. So I'm gonna try it out, see if I can get some characters leveled up with it, just to see. It doesn't take that long to level on my private server. Okay, that makes no sense at all. Why is there water right here? Where is this water coming from? Why? Yeah, it's like right there to right there, there's water. I don't see water up here, unless that's water. No, that's not water. Is there water up here? Nope. There's no water there. Why is there water right there? This is a real question. Is this guy gonna tell me? I keep telling the grown-ups that we're adventurers now, but they still won't let us go out and explore. They say it's too dangerous. Yeah, we'll have to show them the Dolmen Braves are capable of. Alright, he's just a kid. He's not gonna explain why there's water there, but nowhere else. Is this like an aqueduct? Doesn't look like it. It just looks like a bridge to go from there to there. And there's no other water anywhere else that I can see. This is baffling. So baffling. Is there any water up here? No, and I can't go any higher to look. I mean, I could see if there's like a waterfall right here or something. I have the graphics turned all the way up, so I'm not missing out like on particles for something, but yeah. Wow, this is like the longest queue I've had yet. What the hell is this guy? Man, I can't even tell what class he is. Examine. Oh, he's a red mage. Okay. Box of kittens. That's pretty cool. I think the main city had a lot of cool looking people. There's like a guy with an elemental. That guy is like insanely short. There we go. Keeper of the Lake. I wonder what class has that blindfold looking transmog thing. That looks kind of cool. Whoa. That is pretty cool looking. Keeper of the Lake. Alright, let's just go. I'm guessing going this way. Something attacked me, but I'm gonna YOLO that. I think I got everything. It's so hard to tell. Yeah, I got both of them. Alright, looks like we got another bridge fell down. Got some weird looking spider things. If I could hit the right key. I got my AoE keys in a certain spot. Alright. One of those is dead. Dead. Ooh. Come here, buddy. I hate it when I lose aggro. Go. Alright, it's this way. Oh geez, look at that frog. Alright, looks like we're gonna get both of them. God, this one's not on me. Okay, eat that one. And drop a 7. Oh, we got bird-looking things up there. And it looks like a boss of some sort. Can I? Nope, can't attack those. 1, 2, come on, 3, right? Just gonna go out on a wild guess and say that he's gonna drop some kind of totems, and we have to hide behind them. Based on what I saw flying in the air. There's 2 totems. I can't move. That was weird. Oh, he's got a gun now. Or did he always have that? Oh. Am I supposed to get him to run into this tank? Maybe? I don't know. They just moved that one. No idea what's going on. More containers. It's almost dead, so... All right. that was interesting. Probably my fault. I have no idea what's going on, so just gonna plow through it. And no one in chat said anything, so typically if you mess up in an MMO, somebody tells you messed up in an MMO. Usually in these random things, no one ever talks, so it's like you're playing a single player game with bots. Identification key, someone's gonna loot that. There's a big dude over there. I think we're gonna have to fight. There's so many things going on right now. Oh, this guy like has a knockback and hits like a truck. Let's get some debuffs on him. Alright, there's the next bridge. Alright, we got another one of those big dudes. I saw another guy. Where's he at? Alright, dodge that. I want to know what class is casting that ice looking ability. That's pretty sweet looking. There we go. Dodge that. Oh, that dropped something. All right. Oh, this looks like a boss. All right. 1, 2. Come on, get in. Apparently that doesn't work the way I thought it would. Oh jeez. What is this nonsense? Well, this is this is crazy. See if I can turn that. This is one crazy ass fight. Where's the gunship? Where's he doing? Fire in the middle. I'm over here. You're over there. I'm gonna turn you right here, and you're going over there. You're doing your own thing, okay? Makes sense. You're a gunship, and I am just a paladin, just throwing random attacks at you. My mouse keeps getting dislodged. Oh jeez, you're flamethrowing me and I'm not even in the cone. Oh, we got another one. Alright, we're gonna ignore the gunship, I guess. It's almost dead. It's just putting fire everywhere. Hopefully, what's it doing now? Oh, he's just putting more fire down. What a good airship. God, that was a fight. All right, let's greed, and go through here. Alright, looks like we got some bats. Drop that, drop that. Okay, when one of these dies, I'll pull the next group. Got them all on me. Circle of Scorn is awesome. That was a big heal. 2,400. I guess I have like 8,000 hit points at this point. going up this way. This place is pretty cool. Alright. Alright, let's get those AoE haunting abilities down. Let's get some damage debuff. There we go. Alright, there's a few of them up here. Of course, I'm unable to get any of them. Turn him over here. He doesn't want to turn. He's got his own agenda. Wow. Oh, is this 2 dragons? 2 dragons at once? Oh, we got a cutscene.
Who treadeth now upon my bones, and waketh me from slumber sweet?
Oh, he's alive.
Thou hast forgotten the face of thy Lord. Remember, mortal, and fear me.
Okay, let's do. Everybody's here. Let's do this. I have no idea what's going on, so let's zoom out so I can get him out. Alright, I guess, take these dragons. I just don't know. That looks like a blue death over there. A mirage dragon. There's just so many special effects going off right now. 2300 heal. I'm gonna use a cooldown. I don't. Oh, we got an invincibility. That's an interesting mechanic. Invincibility thing that gets dropped into the game. I'm guessing he's gonna bring this other one back to life. Yep. Right, he is like Jeez. There's so much going on. So much going on for a dungeon. That's crazy. Hopefully I got out of that one in time. Nope. I feel sorry for the healer. There's a definite rhythm to it. Kind of does the exact same stuff over and over again. Oh, another invulnerability thing. Now that I know what that thing does. Behind him. This guy knows where to go every time. Where's my mouse? Fuck. Alright, there we go. That. He's got to die really quickly, I guess. There we go. Jeez. I got 50 poetics, another 80 poetics, not bad. Some loot got added to the loot list. Not bad, not bad. Alright, that healer gets one. And whatever that is, greed that. Alright, wow, that was an interesting dungeon, to say the least. Yeah. Very interesting.
By her gifts hast thou earned a moment's reprieve. Speak, mortal, and I shall listen. Guided by a star. My people have heard the song. Ishgard shall burn. Sons must answer for their father's misdeeds. We do not forget. We do not forgive. Seven children did I sire. One now singeth of retribution. I rise to join in the chorus. Thou art powerless to silence us, mortal. Yet thou shalt not live to labor in vain. Thy reprieve is at an end. Trickery is thy shield. This frail, ignoble creature is not gifted, but chosen. Hearken to me, Paladin. I remember, and I consent.
That was weird.
Fear not, mortal. I shall not harm thee.
What the hell is that? It's a trippy ass dream.
Mayhap thou thinkest me an oath breaker. Thou art mistaken. If thou comest to harm, it shall be by another's hand, not mine. I did but strip thee of thy mistress's feeble blessing. Thou didst profit much by her grace, but no more.
What?
The covenant binds me to thee. I shall watch, listen, and wait. Fight and struggle, if it be thy will. Man hath ever coveted that which lieth beyond his grasp. I drink of her body, and thence doth mine own find new life. When it hath grown whole, the loyal and penitent shall rejoice. The dragon song heraldeth our beginning and an end.
No idea what's going on. I lost my blessing from the original god. Now I got something else. You may summon Midgard Summer by selecting corresponding entry within the minion guide under character in the main menu. Oh, guess. So he's my pet now? Hold on. Hold on. We got a minion guide. Black Chocobo. Midgard Summer. Alright. Summon this son of a gun. What's he do? He is one cool looking little dragon thing. Alright. Wow. Alright, the Rising Chorus. I think we completed that. Doman's Watch. I was beginning to fear the worst. Were those explosions I saw? Ah, but you shouldn't waste time talking to me. Alphano had left a message stating that you were able to return the stating that you were to return to Rising Stone at once. Alright. Let's go back there and tell him I'm no longer chosen. Not sure how that's gonna happen now that I have a pet of the guy they're worried about summoning. I don't know what's going on with this. Don't mind my dragon. So I guess when he fully grows, he's gonna be an angry guy. I lost him though. He's gone. Alright, Alphano. Praise the 12. You are hale and whole. I came as soon as Menphilia informed me of Sir Almeric's request. You have completed your investigation of the Keeper of the Lake. That's like the double of the... Confused me there for a second. I take it. Then I would hear your report. They're not going to believe this. You conversed with Midgard Somor? I swear, were anyone else to make such a claim, I would regard it as considerable skepticism. Are we to understand the Worm Lord did not perish and has lain in sooth lain dormant these past 15 years? Less a resurrection or more a rejuvenation, for he who dwelleth in an eternity, years passing as moments. Though his words were ambiguous at times, one statement left little room for interpretation. My people have heard the song, Ishgard shall burn. Clearly an attack is imminent. We must share this information with Sir Almeric immediately. However, we dare not divulge your conversation with Midgard Sommer in its entirety. To even acknowledge that you heard the voice of a Dravian is grave but necessary risk. At least we forget men have been executed as heretics for declaring such. For your own protection and for the sake of our tenuous relationships with Ishgard, the truth cannot leave this room. I'm sure he's going to spoil that within 5 minutes. As for how we shall present our revelation to Sir Elmeric's emissary, you may leave that to me. Pray remain here for now. Is there something you're not telling us? You seem different. 'Tis almost you were missing something important. 12-4 Finn Midgard stripped you of the blessing of the light. Are you all right? How do you feel? Took the blessing of the light and gave me a pet dragon. I see it as a relief to hear that you were otherwise unharmed. It beggars belief that any being could possess the power to deprive you of her blessing. Midgard Sommer made mention of a covenant, did he not? One of the ancient myths regarding the Silvertear Falls states that when the waters came to an existence, so did the Great Worm. Athlic and Nemedia, brother time and Sister Fate decreed that Midgard Summer ever watch over the source from which all water and magic was said to flow. I wonder, what if this was the covenant which he spoke, and 'twas not the gods whom he treated, but Hydenia herself? Well, if he is watching over you as he claims, mayhap you will have an opportunity to ask. Let us keep this matter to ourselves. I do not wish to burden our friends needlessly. That's going to probably bite us in the ass. Oh, there's the little guy. Art thou a pawn or a master of thy fate? He's just taunting me now. What hast thou wrought by thy own hands, mortal? That's funny if he's going to show up in random cutscenes, taunting me.
My friend, I can scarce believe it. You confronted the Wormlord and lived to tell the tale.
This guy.
I give thanks to Helone for your preservation. It is our sole cause for gladness. Your encounter with the Keeper of the Lake served to confirm our fears. A great worm has roared, and it makes little difference if it was one of the two in Eorzea or any other. The Dravanians are coming.
I am told that Ishgard has magical defenses against Dravanian attack, though I am not privy to their exact nature. Will they be enough to repel a massive force?
Ishgard has weathered countless assaults over centuries. This will be no different. And now that you have confirmed the threat, none can ignore the Lord Commander's calls for the wards to be strengthened. I dare not presume to speak for him, but I expect the Lord Commander would sing your praises. I must away, but we shall meet again soon.
Countless assaults weathered, and this will be no different? Why am I not convinced?
All right. Let's see, speak to Alphino. The Ishgardians have warred with the Dravonians for centuries, nay, nearly 1,000 years. In all that time, not once have their enemies breached their defenses and entered the city proper. Yet, regardless how strong these magical wards may be, I nevertheless fear that the Ishgardians are underestimating the gravity of the situation. Though it was not Midgard Sommer who roared, a call to arms by one of the first brood cannot be ignored until such time they choose to request our aid. However, we can do naught but observe the situation at a distance and pray that our fears are unfounded. Alright, we completed the Rising Chorus. Alright, and what is next? Aether on Demand. Alphanode has a message from Moonbrighta for the Scions. I forgot. I believe Moon has requested a gathering of the Scions. I assume there has been some progress concerning our effort to combat the Ascians. So we got the Ascians, we got the Isgardians, we got that random Uldalian thing going on. That's like the three plots that we're dealing with right now. I'll be along once I completed my communication with the Crystal Braves. Alright. So I guess we're going over here. There's got to be a Gridania branch of this quest that I just don't have or I forgot about. All done with your talk of dragons? Wonderful, because Asians are next on the menu. Let's head into the Solar, shall we? Alright. Into the Solar we shall go, my friend. Alright, Moon.
Now that everything's calmed down a bit, relatively speaking I mean, I thought it might be a good time to share our progress on the weapon. I believe we're on the verge of a breakthrough.
Well, don't keep us all in suspense.
Just in case anyone's forgotten, let's start by reviewing what we already know. So, an Asian is an immortal because its soul doesn't return to the ethereal realm when its host is defeated. Instead, it flees to the place that lies between our world and the void. Therefore, the first step to permanently defeating an Asian is preventing its soul from making this journey. And if you recall, when we last gathered here, I had verified that white auracite has adequate capacity to entrap the beings, albeit only briefly.
Which left the small matter of their extermination.
Aye. To unmake an Asian soul, one must needs smite it with a concentrated burst, or blade, of purest ether. However, we wanted for both the data and the means to forge such a weapon.
Short of experimenting on an actual Asian, you see, there's no way to gauge how much ether its soul is made of. As such, we don't know what etheric density our blade needs to have in order for it to work.
So we'll just have to make the densest blade we can and hope for the best. Though that would require a lot of ether. Hang on a minute! Why didn't we think of this before? White auracite can hold an absolute heap of ether, can't it?
Please tell me you're joking. God's sakes, Ida. I feel as though I'm reliving the same scene over and over with you. How many times do you need to be told that white auracite cannot store ether for long periods? Being intangible matter, ether is given to dispersion. Only in its crystallized form is it a stable source of energy. I will test you later on this, so see to it you do not forget.
Right, yes. It's all coming back to me.
So our hopes rest on good old crystals again, do they? While they are certainly reliable, they leave something to be desired in the area of portability.
Indeed. I am reminded of the quantity of corrupted crystals required to thwart Leviathan, and the extraordinary lengths to which the Lamentsons went to transport them. What if it should prove that a similar quantity was needed to destroy an Asian's soul? Or still more?
I do not envy the poor sod who has to lug all of that around, on the off chance that an Asian appears.
That's the very problem we set out to solve. And I reckon we've found the answer. If it isn't practical to lug around the ether we need, we'll just have to draw upon another source. And the only viable source is the land.
If you mean to tap the Great River of Ether, know that it will entail considerable risk. Meddling with the currents may well induce a surge like to the one which despoiled Mordona.
Give me a bit more credit, will you? Why would we need to tap the river when there are veritable reservoirs jutting out all over the land? Aye, I speak of corrupted crystals. It might be that their aspect is out of balance, but a crystal's a crystal. It contains ether, and we can help ourselves to it.
While corrupted crystals are indeed abundant, there is no guarantee that they will be in close proximity at a crucial moment.
But what if we don't need them to be? What if we could tap their power from afar? A malm away, say? If we could do that, we'd have ready access to ether aplenty in almost every corner of Eorzea. I've yet to put my theories to the proof, but I've got a good feeling about this. If no one has any objections, I'd like to see where this avenue leads.
If you think it worth your while, you have my blessing. But tell us, what are your theories? I, for one, am most eager to understand the process, however vaguely.
I thought you might say that, but no one wants to listen to boring old theories all day, do they? I know I don't. So with your permission, I'd like to try something a bit more hands-on. I've already built an etheric siphon especially for this purpose, and I've been meaning to try it out. Thing is, the profusion of corrupted crystals in Mordona makes it something of a high-risk testing ground. If anything goes awry with the siphon, it would be better if it didn't happen within spitting distance of quite so much ether. Ideally, I need an isolated specimen. Does anyone know where I can find one?
May I suggest northern Thanalan? There you will find corrupted crystals of middling size, standing a reasonable distance apart. Ideal for your needs, I should have thought. Oh, and if you do elect to visit the place, I should be much obliged if you would assist me in another matter while you are in the area.
Has something happened?
Movement has been observed at Castrum Meridianum. During Operation Archon, the Alliance dealt the stronghold a heavy blow. Its facilities were extensively damaged, and its garrison reduced to a fraction of its former strength. Not long after our forces withdrew, however, their ranks were replenished by reinforcements from Castrum's sentry. They now seek to rebuild, and to this end they have their sights set upon the ceruleum processing plant. Having lost the Empire's support, the 14th Legion lacks the resources to sustain itself. To them, this is a bid for survival, and they will doubtless fight like desperate men. Though I have dispatched the Crystal Braves, I fear their strength alone may not suffice to stay the Imperial assault. I would request the Scion's aid in the defensive effort.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to inveigle us into fighting your battle with the promise of shiny crystals. Well then, consider me inveigled. I won't lie, the crystals you speak of sound perfect, so the Garleans have to go. Besides, we can't afford to beat about the bush. There's no telling when the Arceans will next appear.
Thine eagerness to hurl thyself into the jaws of danger cometh as little surprise. Exercise due caution, I prithee.
Though you have become a Crystal Brave, you are yet a Scion, Alphino. We could hardly refuse you. Pray, join the Crystal Braves and lend them your support. Thangred and Papalymo shall accompany you. Ida and Y'shtola, in the meantime I would have you assist Moonbreeder. Scout out the crystal clusters, that the testing may commence as soon as the Garlean threat has been eliminated.
If it please you, I shall continue mine own experiments on white aurosite.
Thank you, Urianger. Everyone, pray see to your preparations and depart as soon as you are able. Go well, and be safe.
All right. So I think that is a good place to wait until next week. We did a dungeon. That seems like it's gonna be a whole different quest line to go out to that place. So we'll just wait on that next week, and we'll continue from there. So Saturday will be the next stream. It will be an EverQuest stream, either Gnome Regard or the EQ Emu emulated Kiss Assist, whatever I can get working. I have an idea. I just want to make sure I get it all working before I go with it. But thank you for watching, and have a great day.